Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, and I'm recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. As you can see, my bed now has all of its sides. This is on account of me finally updating to version 1.7.3. I had been cautious not to update out of fear that it would somehow ruin my game and mess up my map, and I don't know yet that it hasn't for sure, but everything so far seems pretty good. Or what do they call it, copacetic or whatever. So I'm just gonna tour around real quick. As far as I can tell, everything down here looks fine, everything over here looks fine, and I don't actually want to go that far. So okay, cool. I figured I would record this just on the off chance that everything was horrible and y'all wanted to hear me scream again without having a creature actually spawn in front of me. But being as everything all seems to be kosher, I am of course immediately regretting that I did not update earlier, as that would have been much easier for chopping through all them leaves with shears to get the freaking green wool in the swamp of despair. Ugh, green wool, worst wool ever. So I don't really know where I want to go next quite yet, but if you get back to me in just a second, I'm sure I will. Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here. And as I was doing some preparations for entering my next phase of recording, I was on this rail and I heard some skeletons out this way. And I think they're coming to my left. Yeah, that's my left ear. So I'm just going to try and figure out what I can. Oops. Let me get out some sandstone here. As you can see, I'm pretty much got a full inventory because I was looking to open up a new shop somewhere. But just put that down there. Whoa, okay, so there's something out there. Let's see what it is. Okay, well, so that appears to be the East Commons out there. And I'm guessing the skeletons are just all around here. And because I've got a full inventory, I really don't fancy the idea of losing everything I own to the skeletons. So, yeah. It's interesting. Gives me a better sense of space, but not necessarily super useful. Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, and I'm recording, as I always do, in Nashville, Tennessee. And what I'm looking at here is the Merciless Magma Zone. I'm realizing that I still have not found any wool in here, although it did contain the iron block. It's such a large area and predominantly unexplored that I felt like I needed to push a little bit further. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to try and reach the end of the line here, which I think was just ahead of me there. And I'm going to try and extend these rails a bit and see if I find anything of interest. Okay, so I'm way further out than I was, but I still don't see anything that looks too provocative. It seems that the area extends a good distance out that way too. Let me go ahead and switch to far look. Wow, that certainly seems to go on quite a ways. It's still even rendering. Okay, well that's interesting. I had assumed that this portion of the rail here would possibly loop up and meet that portion of the rail there, but they seem to be unrelated portions of the rail. Okay, well, I'm getting a sense of the area now. There's that big castle thing I saw earlier. Well, I'm thinking maybe what I'm supposed to be doing is going out that way, and the quickest way to do that would probably be from that end of that rail. So I'm going to go ahead and turn down my view distance. No, I just threw a piece of glowstone. How much do I want that glowstone back? Okay, so that should turn down my view distance. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to run around and come at the rails from the other side and possibly do it with a lot more sandstone than I have now, because this area seems to be quite immense.